This Good to Go segment is sponsored by Corewell Health.
Saturday, May 6th is National Nurses Day, which kicks off National Nurses Week. Corewell Health is celebrating its nursing staff with an entire week of activities, including gifts and professional development opportunities. Here to tell us more about this commemoration and the vital roles nurses play in healthcare are Sean Ulreich. She is Corewell Health Chief Nursing Executive and Senior Vice President, and Tyler Hippey, Nurse Manager. Welcome to both of you. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's the history of National Nurses Week?
So National Nurses Week goes back almost 70 years in the United States, and it's really a week to honor nurses. It actually started as a day, but we extended it to a week. The week begins May 6th and it ends on May 12th, which is Florence Nightingale's birthday. This was originally set up to honor her, to honor the 100th anniversary of her pioneering work in the Crimean War. You know, Florence was so noted for her statistical methods, but also her strict use of hand washing, which is ever so present today. And so we're just blessed and grateful that in our country, we continue this week of honoring our nurses throughout the country.
I hate to even ask the why, because my mother was a nurse, my sister is a nurse, but why should we celebrate the work that nurses do in our country?
Yes, and good for you that you have nurses in your family as well. You know, nursing is really the backbone of our American healthcare system. And in any health system, in any hospital, we are the single largest employer group. We know that the work that nurses do is very demanding. We know that it can be very difficult. I mean, if you even look at the past couple of years with the COVID epidemic, it was really tough. And at the same time, it's one of the most rewarding professions because we get to use our hands, our heart, and our head.
Tyler, when we say nurse, we immediately think about the nurse at the bedside, but there are so many other roles in nursing. Can you talk about some of those?
Yeah, certainly. Nurses can be found in every area of the healthcare setting, from acute care settings in the operating room, emergency departments, the ICUs, to rehabilitation centers and long-term care facilities and doctor's offices. There's also opportunities well outside of these normal traditional healthcare settings in schools and summer camps. You can be a nurse on a cruise ship, in the military, or in the private industry. And within these settings, nurses carry out many different roles, including community health nurses and research nurses. You can be in administration or education, and there are many others. The list goes on.
I know you have a military background. A lot of nurses are coming from kind of non-traditional backgrounds, right?
Yeah, I started my nursing career 13 years ago by joining the military, the Navy, when I was in nursing school. And still to this day, I serve in the Navy Reserves as a nurse corps officer. And the military taught me how to be a critical care nurse, and it taught me how to be a leader. And through the military and through nursing, I've been able to travel around the world and have experiences that I wouldn't have been able to get any other way. And it's through nursing and it's through the military that I've been able to utilize these skill sets right here in my own community in my role at Corewell Health as a nurse care, or as a critical care nurse manager. And through that, I'm also able to continue being a critical care nurse. And at a moment's notice, I can be called to anywhere around the world and function as a critical care nurse serving our country. And it's through nursing and through these skills and these roles that has made all this possible for me.
Sean, we only have a couple more seconds, but I want you to talk about, we hear about a shortage of nurses. What is happening at Corewell Health with regard to the shortage and getting folks in those roles?
At Corewell Health, we're doing a lot to attract nurses. One of the things is that we've invested very heavily in our partnership with Grand Valley State University to bring in an additional 500 nurses to our community over the next 5 years. We offer a variety of different work schedules, competitive pay and benefits, but also a lot of career opportunities. So we're investing heavily in our future to be able to continue to care for our community.
Very nice. All right, folks, for more information about careers in nursing, visit corewellhealth.org/careers. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.